Gypsy Rose told Aaliyah that she wanted Aaliyah's mom to be her mother because her mom let her date whoever the hell she wanted. She didn't say, oh, I want your mom because mine keeps me in a wheelchair. She didn't say, oh, I want your mom because mine lies to me about my age. Hell, she didn't even say, I want your mom because yours isn't controlling. She said, I want your mom because she lets you date whoever the fuck. I don't know what it's going to take for people to realize that Gypsy killed her mom over men, over dating, over sausage, over her mom being pissed about her talking to men that were in their 30s and 50s. Gypsy would love everybody to believe, Mama didn't like Nick. She thought he was like Jeffrey Dahmer. Where was Dee Dee when you were taking this selfie? Look at her arm. Gypsy is taking this picture. Where was your mom while y'all were holding hands and sneaking kisses in this movie? Yeah, that's right. Nick said that your mom moved up a couple rows and left y'all sitting. In my opinion, Dee Dee couldn't have thought Nick was that big of a damn weirdo because when Gypsy got in her damn wheelchair and rolled off to the bathroom with Nick right behind her following her, Dee Dee didn't get up. She didn't go see what they were doing. They were able to go into a men's bathroom and bang it out without Dee Dee noticing. That means Dee Dee was not watching them the way Gypsy tries to make it seem. I have 4 kids, and if I'm watching them, you best believe I'm gonna notice if a dude I said was weird walked out at the same damn time my daughter did. Remember how Gypsy told Nick she was sick for a whole year? She lied, told that man she couldn't walk, she was sick, she had this and that. Then a year later, she came out and was like, I can walk, I ain't sick, this is my real age. She did similar things with Aaliyah. 2014, Gypsy Rose messaged Aaliyah Muhammad and told her about Nick. She said, I'm 18. Motherfucker was 23 years old, sitting here telling Aaliyah she's 18. And again, at this point, per her own story, she knew her age. But she continues to lie to Aaliyah Muhammad instead of telling her the truth, instead of saying, hey, help me. Instead, she texts Aaliyah, tells her about Nick and her romantic life. 7 months before the murder. Her and Nick are already planning this murder, and she's telling fucking Aaliyah with Monzi. She's lying about her age, telling her all about Nick, but she won't ask her for help, honey. She won't tell her, hey, my mom's keeping me in a wheelchair. I'm not really sick. Oh, and I'm 23 fucking years old. Apparently, in 2011, Dee Dee had also confronted Aaliyah. Apparently, Aaliyah was talking to her about romantic things. He told her, I'm not going to tell your mama, but you need to stop talking like that to Gypsy. This is in 2011. Now notice it says that Dee Dee took Gypsy's phone and her laptop away for a little bit. Gypsy had always managed to slip through the cracks of her mother. Except for when it was going to get help. She can't do that shit. She'll slip through any other crack to see a man, to talk about sex, to talk about romance, but baby, she ain't slipping through no fucking cracks for no help. Even though Gypsy's mom kept her from having contact with Aaliyah, it says Gypsy found ways to get in contact with Aaliyah anyway. Always is so fucking baffling to me the way she went out of her way to talk to Aaliyah, to talk to men, but she just would not risk calling 911 and being like, hey, XYZ is going on. I got all these documents to prove it. Another very telling thing about Gypsy Rose's case is when she went to Nick, she didn't take her wheelchair. She didn't take any medication other than freaking pain pills. She didn't take her oxygen tank. She didn't take shit with her other than a feeding tube. And she tells everybody, oh, it hurts so bad for me to get the feeding tube removed. They just yank it out. In her text to Nick, she tells Nick, I can change it myself. It can be done at home. The fact that Gypsy Rose did not take anything with her, not a wheelchair, not her oxygen, not medication, because she knew she wasn't sick. As a matter of fact, if you look at her medical documents, every time she was tested for medication, like her seizure medicine, never in her system, which means her mother was not force feeding her shit. What's crazy is Gypsy went to jail and told them she needed her seizure medicine.
Is Blanchard. Blanchard, okay, with an E, okay.
With an E.
All right,
Lied about her name.
Is 7/27, 1995.
Jumped right into lying about her damn name, her age. We are supposed to believe that Gypsy Rose is just innocent. She had nothing to do with the con. She knew nothing about it. She knew what to say to them police word for word to make them be like, oh, she's just a sickly young kid. She used the same damn bullshit that her mama did in the con. But no, Gypsy didn't know nothing about it. Gave the whole story about everything was lost in Hurricane Katrina. They got it wrong on my Medicaid ID on my fucking wrist where it has my real age. Come on, man. Now, I will say, I do believe crazy shit was happening in Gypsy Rose's house. But I don't think it was all on Dee Dee. Won't lie, I'm very massively confused where Gypsy Rose's lies begin and Dee Dee Blanchard's lies end. Gypsy Rose's story is very contradictory. Details change between interviews, documentaries, and books. She goes back on things that she said and like, no, I know there's transcripts of me saying it, but no, that's not what I said. And there's posts like these that Gypsy posted talking about how great of a mom her mom was. Over and over, Gypsy made posts about her mom, talking about how great she was to her, how much she loved her, how she's just a big, bright ray of sunshine. After the murder, that's what she did with Nick, too, is told him how great of a mother Dee Dee was to her. To the point that in Nick's interrogation, he was like, I feel terrible. She told me all these good stories about her mom after I killed her. While Nick was crying about it, he said that Gypsy told him, stop crying, there's no reason to cry. It was my idea, not yours. Nick said Gypsy comforted him while he was crying, and when he got to jail, he prayed and asked her mother's soul to forgive him. Gypsy also blames her mom for putting a spell on her. Gypsy practiced Wicca before jail, during jail, and I bet you she doing that shit now too, honey. It really seems like Gypsy blames things on other people when it's actually stuff she did. She took part in, but she doesn't want people to know that. So she says, no, it was them. He was into BDSM, yet she didn't want people to know that. It was Nick. He made me do it. No, Nick was in Wisconsin, honey. You were all the way in Missouri. All you had to do was not make the video, not open the computer. Notice what Nick says. He thought that she was being abused. She was being held captive, and there was no escape from the situation. He made Nick believe she needed rescuing. And the whole fucking time, she could have just walked out the door. She could have just stole the money, took the 3-ring binder that had all her damn IDs in it, and she could have just ran. Gypsy Rose wanted her mother dead, in my opinion. Gypsy Rose didn't want her mother gone. She would have chose any other way around this. Instead, she eliminated every other choice until murder was the only choice Nick had left. Once did Gypsy call 911. Once did she go to a friend. Hell, not even Aaliyah. She would talk to Aaliyah about sex and men, but she wouldn't tell her what the fuck was going on in the house. Nobody is going to make me believe that Gypsy Rose didn't trust Aaliyah. We're freaking neighbors, and Gypsy did anything and everything to keep contact with Aaliyah until 2014. Even when her mom would take her phone, her computer, she would keep contact with Aaliyah. Find other little ways. She'd slip through her mama's crack to keep in touch with Aaliyah. Why the hell, if all this was going on and she felt safe enough with Aaliyah to talk about all her men, and all about Nick, why did she not feel safe enough to say, hey, I need help? Wasn't scared that Aaliyah would tell about the men. Why the hell was she just scared to stand up in front of Aaliyah? Send her a video walking.